Agony, agony, agony aunts. Next up, we're going to be doing agony aunts.
You're in pain.
We are not.
We are.
Actually, I am.
Persistently.
Yes, agony aunts, where you send in your queries and problems to this very web address, shehitmewithacactus.com. I've decided I'm going to stop saying www because all websites start with www. Pretty much.
Not all of them.
Okay, well, it does.
www.
No, shehitmewithacactus.com. Please send in your
https://
Please stop.
www.
Your questions, your queries, your confessions, and your burning desires.
Why are you doing this?
Send them in. And this is what the audience have to say this week. Are you ready to be an aunt?
We are not doctors.
Or I don't think they're all medical problems. I hope they're not.
You
Anyway.
smell medicinal, but doesn't mean you are medicinal.
Ellie. Right, number
What?
1. My girlfriend showed me a message on her phone from one of my close friends, and it was her shooting her shot and asking my girlfriend not to tell me. What kind of punishment should I select? Ooh.
I don't understand.
Drowning.
Burning at the stake.
So,
don't
from what I can understand, his or her girlfriend showed them a picture of a message from one of their close friends saying, "Do you like me? Would you like to go on a date with me?" Shooting her shot, basically.
Wait, what?
So let's say it's me,
Yeah.
and I've shown Niall a picture of a message from one of his friends shooting his shot with me. Okay?
Right. I'm
What
back.
kind of punishment do we select for the friend?
Kick in nostrils.
Oh, that's quite severe. I don't know. I would delete
pictures of them from everyone's devices and then ignore them so they think they're invisible and don't exist.
No.
Cut them out of all photos that everybody has with them.
No, I would sit them down and say, look, we're not going to be friends anymore. This is not going to happen because you did this and I don't think it's very forgivable. Bye-bye. That's what you need to do. Just ice them out, I would.
I would still cut their faces out.
But that does warrant a punishment, but perhaps kicking nostrils and drowning is a bit strong. I'd be very angry, though. Very angry. That is not a friend. Oh, I want to know why, though. Why do they suddenly think, oh, yeah, had the girlfriend given some signals that it could be a possibility? Because, like, that's quite bold
Like
of a
a
friend.
shoulder roll.
Like a... you have a possibility here. Yes, because why else would you shoot your shot if they're in a relationship?
Exactly.
Just saying, do a bit of digging on the girlfriend also.
Dig a dig dig.
Diggy dig dig. Next. My neighbour keeps leaving their bins out on the street between collection days, meaning they are constantly on the pavement instead of on their drive. I've tried wheeling the bins back onto their drive after each collection, but they are just left out again the next time. Should I report my neighbour to the council or simply wheel their bins to another street, as they clearly don't deserve to have bins? First of all, I really, really respect your level of petty, because that's kind of the arena I operate in.
Or I would have kicked the bins over.
I tell you what I'd do. I'd
road.
spray paint the bins.
No, you wouldn't.
Okay, well, I'm giving advice. I don't do as I say, not as I do. I would tape a note to the top of the bin to start off with, being, would you mind wheeling the bins in after collection so it's not in the way of other people?
They're not going to see the note, Izzy, because they don't ever go and get the bin.
Okay, we'll post a letter through their door then, from a loving neighbour.
From the bin. I'm lonely.
Wheel me back.
I'm gold.
But also, it must be really annoying for them to have to go out onto the street to put something in the bin. That's dumb. That's stupid from them. I'd write them a letter from an anonymous neighbour, and then if it doesn't continue, wheel it to a different street, because they don't deserve bins.
I would find your local rants page on Facebook.
That's something you would do.
And operate slander.
Okay.
Local slander of Bingate.
I still think go with the note first and see
honestly,
where you stand.
Freddie and I decided, sorry, just to deviate from the topic.
Yeah.
Freddie and I decided that we officially were old the other day.
You are old.
Because it was, what was it, like 10:30 p.m?
Yeah.
And some hooligans.
A hooligan.
Drove,
the youths.
drove past
At
and
a great speed.
no,
Oh.
like at the very top of where we live.
Yeah.
Far away from here, but it was loud.
So why did it bother you?
No, because they threw a firework out of the window and it went up in the sky and boomed.
That is
At 10:30.
And it boomed.
It did, it
It's
boomed.
not that late. 10:30 is not that late.
babies and dogs.
You don't have a baby.
I could have a baby.
But you don't.
But I could, and people do. And I was
People have babies.
It's in the process of shushing the puppetron.
Right.
And the first thing I thought of was, I wonder who's going to attack them on the Facebook group.
And did they?
They did.
Excellent.
Within 30 seconds, there was a post and 32 comments.
Did you chime in?
I did not.
Have you ever chimed in? Have you ever complained on there? I think you should.
No, the only time I'd ever done it was me and my next door neighbour were very confused because some man with a beard and a woolly hat dropped off 2 massive vats of water
this. Yes.
outside our front door.
They did.
And then just walked away, and I was like, it's bombs.
You did think it was bombs.
Well, I only thought it was bombs because our mother went, bombs.
sounds like bombs.
She said move them as far away from the house as possible.
No, you should definitely, if you think it's bombs, you should not touch the bombs.
Well, so Freddie moved the bombs, over the other side of the road as if we were going to, like, now bomb the neighbours. Turns out it was a bloody window cleaner. And it was just big vats of water, and he was coming back. That was the only ever time I posted on that page and been like, anybody left some fluids?
Well, you weren't ranting, you were just inquiring, that's fine.
No, this is the local Facebook group.
Right.
Where people just like to whinge about the bus.
Okay.
We've got a bus now.
That's great for you.
It's a minibus. You have to get a minibus. I'm sorry, I know you're in agony, but I have to deviate.
Ellie is also in agony.
I am in agony about the minibus. So, got a minibus.
Right, it's quite a big place for just a minibus.
But it's in a trial period. We're in the
Okay.
bus trial phase.
Is anyone using the bus?
Yes.
Oh, right.
But you have to get in a minibus with strangers.
That's very weird.
And I find minibuses a bit intimate.
They are a bit, yes.
Because you can't just, like, press a button and get off. Like, you have to climb over
people.
strangers in
You
the
also have
minibus.
to climb over them to get in.
Yes.
And also, what happens if there's no room in the bus? You just open it and go,
No. And you also...
no bus for me.
Normally, with a bus, you can see from the outside if there's people.
Or you can stand if
Yeah.
there's no room on a
Can't
bus.
stand
You
in the
can't
minibus.
stand in-
It's confusing.
Yeah.
And there's only one bus stop.
Right. I don't see this going well.
Well, like I say, trial phase. But
Okay.
it does take you all the way into town
This is very dull.
for £2.
Great. Are you ever going to use it? You could just walk. It's not that far.
Yeah, I could.
Okay. Great.
If I ever want to take the minibus,
Okay.
it comes once every 2.5
Shall we move
hours.
on? Every 2.5 hours. I feel this trial period is going to end fairly sharpish.
Sorry, you're in agony.
Right.
Tell me.
Next, my 10-year-old little sister is away on a residential trip. Well, it's probably over by the time that we're reading this, but so sorry.
Sorry.
My
Hope she had a
10-year-old
great
little
time.
sister is away on a residential and her favourite guinea pig has passed away. Do we get a similar looking one and pretend nothing happened, or do we just tell her?
No, you tell her, but when she gets back.
How old is 10?
10.
No, I know, but how young is 10?
10.
Okay. But like,
I don't know what motivates you.
how mature are you at 10?
You have to learn the circle of life.
What?
Circle of life.
I know that song. What's that got to do with 10-year-old little girls?
You have to learn the circle of life.
Why?
Get that things die.
Oh, I thought you meant that's how you know if 10-year-old girls are mature, is if they know that song. Okay, so you're saying that
Yeah.
you have to be taught about death, even
Yeah.
at a young age. I agree. I would also say it's better not to lie.
Yeah.
Because if then she finds out, she'll probably be more upset about it. So
Yeah, and also if this guinea
kind of
pig
unrealistic to think that they'll live for 12 years.
But also if this guinea pig drastically changes personality,
That
she's
too.
going to be a bit like,
Yeah, I
What's
had a
up,
friend
Fluffy?
who their guinea pig went from male to female during a holiday, and I thought, no, I don't think.
a progressive
Yes.
shift.
Tell the little child
Tell her.
of death.
Also, residentials were a strange thing, weren't they?
Oh no, I loved it.
Hated.
Yeah, you hated it because you were just a little wuss. I found one of your notes from when you were away, and there was a stark contrast from mine. I was like, love and miss you all, but I'm having a wonderful time. The breakfast is lovely and we're going on an adventure. And you were like, I hate it here. Come and pick me up. I don't want to be here anymore. So yes, you were not one for a residential.
No, I just, I found them quite stressful.
Yes.
I really did. Like, I enjoyed the days, but...
It didn't sound like it. It sounded like you've been kept prisoner. When you went away on your Spanish exchange, you literally cried every day.
Honestly, No disrespect to my Spanish exchange student,
She was a funny little thing.
but I did not like the time I spent in Spain. I've been back since,
You
and I had
literally
been
cried
before.
solidly on the phone for 10 days. You're like, they're making me eat swordfish.
No, I liked the swordfish. It's not the very first day I went there. They made me watch Up in Spanish, and
It's a lovely film.
I was pumped because I was like, oh, there's never anybody called Ellie in films, and then she dies in the first 30 seconds. I was like, great, this is a bad omen for the rest of the trip.
Fault.
No, it was just,
It was a lot.
I feel like because we had to go to Spanish school.
Yeah, bit confusing. I never did it, so I can't really
I
relate.
didn't want to go to school in Spain.
But it's not a good precursor that you were never good on residentials anyway.
Well, no, I was just,
A bit of a crier.
no, I wasn't. I was just quite clingy as
Yeah.
a child.
Yeah, didn't like to be away from home very much.
No, I think and that's testament to the fact that I had a lovely home.
Yes.
And I didn't want to go to somebody else's
It's just
home.
really funny when you look at them next to each other. It's like, I want to get out of here.
Yeah, but then you look at things now, and I went and worked away for like God knows how many years.
I'm not
No, I'm
that
just
you're,
saying
like,
it's
you're a clingy
personal
person.
growth.
Very good. Proud of you. Well done. Okay, next. I've just found out that...
Oh, sorry. Just one more,
Ellie,
one more thing
what
about
the
residential.
people need us.
Just one more thing about residentials. It was when we went to, because I went to two. I went to
Yes.
Bewley in year 6
And PGL.
and PGL in year 5. And I remember distinctly PGL because it was when James Blunt's first album had just come out.
Did I disappoint you?
Yeah, and
I'll
I
let you down.
and I
That
was
pretty good.
it was actually. I just remember whenever it got dark, I just had James Blunt playing in my head, and it was very emotional. It was like goodbye, my lover. I was like, oh my god, I'm
What are
gonna.
you singing that about?
I genuinely thought I was gonna die at PGL. I was like, this is not for me. It was the rock climbing, and then I was like, I'm honestly.
And you call yourself
and
outdoorsy.
the sun, yeah, I know. No, it's okay, fine. I really enjoyed the activities apart from the rock climbing.
It was quite cold and wet.
It was very cold. We went in like late November. It was so cold. It got dark so early, and then we had to do some sort of weird river study.
And then you always have to do like some sort of team building bonding activity with people you don't really care
I had
about.
to stand in a river. I don't want to stand in a river in late November at PGL in the dark with James Blunt in my head. Honestly, traumatic. And we
Are you done?
No, we had to share a room. The bunk beds were so uncomfortable. There were like
bunk beds.
there were like 10 of us in the same room, and we had to write some sort of diary, and mine was just all depressed. And then we all had to share like a weird bathroom, and I just remember being so muddy and cold and sad because I was just doing so much river study, and I don't care about rivers.
Summary, don't invite Ellie to PGL, she doesn't like it.
I think I'd like to go now.
I think you'd enjoy it now.
As long as I don't have to do a river study.
It is quite daunting for like, what, year 5? So you're what, 10?
10. How
Same
old
age.
is 10?
10 is clearly too young for PGL. You at 10 was too young for PGL.
And then also,
No,
sorry,
I think we've had
no,
enough of
sorry,
you.
just the second one when we went to that farm. We had
That's
to,
a nice farm.
we had to go out in the middle of the night. I thought I was going to get eaten by a badger.
Yeah, I don't think they do that. They
don't do-
fire.
Yeah, but they don't do that anymore.
Because
we-
it's unsafe because of the badgers.
No, because we used to just get set loose in the forest and have to find our way back.
Yeah, that is a bit unsafe.
It was so.
It was a different
I'm
time.
so confused.
This was like 2020...
Again,
Like 2007 or something.
I think it was earlier than that.
2005?
No, it was like 2009,
Okay.
2010.
Right.
It
It was a
was-
safer time. Anyway, we're going to move on from your problems.
No,
and
it
we're
was
going to
not
help other
2010.
people.
I'm so much older than that.
You weren't 14.
It was like 20.
It
It was like 2005.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
sorry. I'm clearly traumatized.
You do know that you're like 29?
I'm actually 28.
Yeah, but you're soon to be 29.
Nearly 30.
Are you ready for the next one?
Now I'm traumatized.
I've just found out that the fake chicken I always cook for my vegetarian girlfriend is actually real chicken, just gluten-free. Do I tell her or just phase it out?
Phase it out. Phase it out.
No, you can't tell her. That's awful. How
No.
long have you been cooking that for?
Also, she's like seriously vegetarian. She would have been feeling some funky symptoms.
Not necessarily,
From that
because she's
chicken.
having it every week. She's actually been eating meat the whole time.
Oh.
I guess you just see the free from packet and think it's free from everything. Yeah, lesson learned.
Just phase it out.
Yeah, you have to phase that out.
Don't
You
tell
can't
her.
keep that up.
She'll be as traumatised as I am by PGL.
Right. How do you stop your sister making risky dating decisions? She keeps meeting random people online and is very naive and won't listen to me. I'm worried something bad might happen to her.
Take away her Wi-Fi password.
I mean, how old is the sister? If she's like in her 20s, you can't be like, I'm just removing your Wi-Fi password. What if she lives alone? I think you need to sit her down and show her a menacing video.
Do you remember when you used to go to the cinema and it'd be like, you wouldn't steal a handbag?
Yeah.
You wouldn't steal a car?
No, they had it on DVDs as well. You need to do the equivalent for her and dating.
But how many pirate DVDs were there?
I don't know. Oh, I see what you mean. Many.
Yes.
Sorry,
I don't mean like how many Pirates of the Caribbeans did they film?
That's where I first went to. Yes, quite a few, so it didn't really deter many people, but hopefully it will deter her. Also, you could track her location and follow her on one of the dates and then shock her and... No, I'd hire someone.
Electrocute her.
I'd hire someone,
No.
like a friend, to
No.
really scare her on a date,
No.
and then hopefully she won't do it again.
No.
Well, I would. That's
No.
what I would do if I thought you were
No.
engaging in risky behaviours.
No.
Okay. What is your advice then?
I don't know. No.
I would sit her down and
Still in
show
the
her
river.
statistics about bad things happening to you on dates.
I would just sit her down and be like, look,
Yeah, imagine it's
I'm
me.
concerned.
I don't care.
Why have you got this accent?
I've got to be someone else. I don't
You said
care.
imagine it's me.
Okay. I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Okay. Die then. No, I'm sorry.
Really? That's not kind. I would honestly follow her for a couple of the dates and just see.
I would chaperone.
Yeah, but like from a distance.
Yeah.
In the car. Don't like
In the
actually...
car.
Okay.
I would maybe conveniently turn up at the same location and just check she's safe and then try and have a conversation.
Yeah, and be like, look, this is quite dangerous. Maybe set her up with someone you know so that they can intermingle together.
Yeah.
Or, like, say,
Like
I'm
a
quite
cousin.
happy with you doing that, but go on double
Not a
dates. No, not a
She's
cousin.
your sister.
That's really not good advice. No, I'd set her up either with one of your friends so that you obviously have already vetted them beforehand, or say, fine with you doing that if you go with other people, like go on group dates if you're going to like meet people online. You don't have to go by yourself.
Yeah.
That would be my advice.
Didn't you meet Niall online?
Yes, but he wasn't a risky character.
I've met Niall.
He
He's
is
a pretty
risk. Right, next. Lol, please keep this anonymous. Well, we have to. I literally don't know who you are. If you do want to send them in, I genuinely don't know. It doesn't collect any information about you at all, so they are anonymous. But
Also, you don't put the data in, so
yeah,
how
that's
would we
true.
know?
Lol, please keep this anonymous because I know my sister watches this. Hello,
Hi.
anonymous sister. Well, she won't know who she is. But I can't stop dreaming about her boyfriend.
Ooh.
Obviously, I'd never act on these feelings, but how do I control myself? Stop it. That's really weird behaviour. Oh no, come on, we've got to be more compassionate
Sorry.
than that. I would... I don't know. I would have to move away.
No. It's such a drastic decision.
No, but what can you do?
I don't know, like watch some Zac Efron films and like phase it out.
How has that got anything to do with anything?
Because he's delightful.
No, not these days.
Not
Not a fan of him these days.
mm.
It's very round, like very square.
So not round.
It's very it just looks like every shape.
Very angular.
Yeah, it's very choppy and changey, and I'm not a big
Zac
fan.
Efron in Baywatch.
Anyway, whatever's your thing, try and I'd go on lots of dates instead and try and like get yourself excited about someone else. And then maybe spend less time with your sister.
No, don't phase out the sister.
Well, she has to until she's got her feelings in check.
She's not got feelings for the sister.
No, I sincerely hope you don't, because that is a federal crime.
I would just like explore.
I'd go on dates with other people and just like, no, I would just spend less time with, for the now, just spend less time for like the next month or so, maybe distance yourself slightly and then go on dates with other people, and then hopefully by that point you will have gained feelings for other people, and picture him like in his pants. Oh no, that might help. Picture him like eating like his toes or something. Then that might help
What's
you think
going
he's
on?
disgusting.
Eating his toes.
Yeah, like chewing his toenails or something gross. Like licking in between his toes. That would do it for me. I'd feel like that's disgusting.
But then you're always going to think of him as toe boy.
It's fine.
But
That's what it takes.
But what if he becomes your future? What if he becomes your brother-in-law and they
hopefully
get married?
Hopefully it's just fleeting feelings.
Yeah, but I mean, then you're always going to think of him as toe boy.
Okay, well, what is your suggestion? Just watch a lot of Zac Efron films. That's terrible advice.
I didn't say I
We're going to move on because I think I'm correct there. Real talk. My boyfriend has really, really bad breath.
Oh.
How do I tell him without hurting his feelings? I don't want to make him self-conscious, but he does. But he doesn't like mints, and I've never ever seen him brush his teeth.
Oh,
Well,
that's the problem.
That's disgusting.
Maybe.
How long have you been together that he's not brushed his teeth one time in front of you?
Oh, that's a bit.
I take him to a dentist and get them to show him a scary video.
Why is he with these scary videos?
That's my job. I'd make a scary video about bad teeth. That's what I'd do.
Okay.
And
That's
say,
weird.
this is the danger if you don't. I've just noticed that you stink. Or like, look, I'd go from it more of a health perspective. I'd be like, let's go and brush our teeth together. Like it could be a
Make it into a game.
Who can brush their teeth the best, and get him a new toothbrush for a birthday present, and then like, I don't think I've seen you use a new toothbrush. Do you not like the gift? And then he'll feel inclined to maybe to brush his teeth.
Interesting.
I think that's a good idea. Or be like, we've eaten a curry. We should definitely go and brush our teeth.
Just be like, or I would maybe, depends how long you've been together.
Yeah,
But I would maybe sit him down and just be like, look, I love you, but...
I don't want to make you self-conscious, but your breath smells and I'm worried
No,
about
I'd just
your
be
health.
like, after certain foods that you're eating, it's a bit unbearable to be near you.
I know I would scare him. I'd be like, gum disease kills. I would really go down that route. It does, it's dangerous.
No, see, I've had conversations with people about coffee.
About their breath.
Yeah, I don't...
That's so harsh.
But I don't enjoy being breathed on when you've got coffee breath.
Who's doing that to you?
People.
Okay. In the street?
People I know.
Okay. And
And
you've
I'm
had to be like,
I'm
stop
like,
drinking
oh,
coffee?
you've had coffee? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like...
But what if he's like, yeah, I haven't brushed my teeth?
I'd be like, well, do it.
Okay. That's terrible advice. And that was Agony Aunts.